Dr. Giridhara Upadhyay is the BJP spokesperson from the state of Karnataka, and I also do see Amrit Shenoy, leader of the Congress party, with us. Also waiting for our guest from the Janata Dal Secular to join us in just a bit, because we are not forgetting that Karnataka, remember, is not just a direct BJP versus a Congress battle, but we'll have to see what the JDS possibly could do or not do. Our first question is to Dr. Upadhyay. Dr. Upadhyay, many are saying that why do you announce issues like the UCC, the NRC right on the eve of election? You had the last many months to speak about UCC, get work done on this. The very fact that they say you announce it on the eve of the Gujarat election, the eve of the Uttarakhand election, now the eve of the Karnataka election, should we question the timing?
Good evening, Deepika and the viewers. We have not just announced UCC alone. We have classified our manifesto in such a way, and this is not a manifesto which was done by sitting in a AC room by a few political strategists and political leaders. We have taken the suggestion of more than 6 lakh in the suggestion box, as well as we have taken opinions of people who matter. And they also want uniform civil code. Along with that, we are talking about Anna, food. We are talking about Abhaya, the security under which UCC comes. We are talking about Akshara, education. We are talking about Arogya, health. We are talking about Abhivrudhi, development, as well as the Adaya, income. So the first 4 of what we are talking about is to empower the poor people and to see that India moves forward unitedly. And the last 2, Abhivrudhi and income or Adaya, is to develop Karnataka fully. So it is not just uniform civil code about which we are talking about. We are talking about the overall development of India. And under that uniform civil code, we want to bring uniform civil code to fulfill what Dr. Ambedkar dreamt of. He, in the constitution itself, he has told that one day or the other, there should be a uniform civil code. We are not talking about uniform communal code. We are not talking about uniform religious code. We are talking about civil code, where that is the real way of implementing secularism in this country, where everybody is looked upon by civil laws as one.
Okay, interesting. I think that's a good point. That's a good point to take this conversation ahead on. So, Amrit Shenoy, what is the Congress's problem with the UCC? Because time and again, the Congress has said that, listen, we are for UCC, but the point is that states can't do it. So they say, why don't you bring this in the parliament? But tell me something about your stand. Today, even Rashid Alvi said that why is the government not bringing the UCC in the parliament? If the government does that, will you support them? Because that's exactly how political parties get exposed.
Yeah, in the constitution itself, there are 3 lists: central, state, and concurrent. So BJP is my colleague here, panelist, told, of course, that he is not stressing only that uniform civil code, but in his talk, I can see only UCC. But let me ask
I never said that.
Let me ask you that whatever promises BJP had given earlier, maybe it is Narendra Modi or Yediyurappa ji. BJP has not got majority till date in the Karnataka, but still they have formed the government. When they had government with them, what promises they have fulfilled? That is the question. So no point that people will believe BJP when they promise something. So we are not bothered about what BJP is promising.
That is, Amrit, for the people to decide. You have obfuscated my question, so I'll bring you back to it. Is the Congress for UCC or the Congress is against the UCC? Let's make the position absolutely clear.
Yeah, that UCC they should table the draft and there should be discussion in the House. And I am not clear whether that comes in the center or state. But now BJP has assured that if they are elected in the Karnataka state, they are going to introduce it. Let them introduce first, let them gain the majority. Then only I can comment on that. And I have not gone through whether they have given the details of UCC in their manifesto or not. I have not gone through that, frankly speaking.
Mr. Shadai,
Okay, so clearly when you haven't gone through something, then this proves the point. Before I let you come in, Mr. Upadhyay, this proves the point that this is opposition for the sake of opposition. You know, without reading any details, without checking if there are more details that the BJP has made available, what is the mandate of the committee? Like even in the state of Uttarakhand, I think the committee has met for the last couple of months. They have met.
Yes.
See, Dr. Shenoy, this will be the problem. This will be the problem that the Congress will face. You know, all of you get together. Why? Because Modi ko harana hai. You want to oppose the BJP for anything that they say or do. Why? Because you have to oppose them. You cannot be standing in support of the BJP. But having said
Impossible.
that, Dr. Upadhyay,
that is our
there is a
duty in
question that a lot of
democracy.
people today are asking. That if this is a double-engine government, why are you making this only and only about the national issues? Why are you not talking about the corruption issue that, you know, has been spoken about, discussed for the last many, many months? Are you also telling us that the exit of a Jagdish Shettar or a Lakshman Saudi from the BJP's camp will not affect you at all? And then are you not placing all your eggs in just the Modi basket to ensure that this anti-incumbency some way is tided over?
Now, first and foremost, I would request Mr. Shenoy, who is a panelist, to first go through the opposition party. Your opposition party is BJP. You should have gone through the manifesto which we are given. I would like to answer one question. He said, what is your achievement? That is the beauty of our manifesto. Every page, there is achievement and there are promises. Well, for our present election. What we have achieved also is given in the same manifesto. As well as, we are not talking about only the national issues. We are talking about issues pertaining to the people of Karnataka. And we are telling how we are going to empower the poor people. Not freebies, not revdi. Freebies is going to destroy the state. We are telling how we are going to empower the poor people. And we have provided in our manifesto a few things. When it comes to food, we have told that we'll provide 3 gas cylinders free during the festival of Yugadi, Ganesh Chaturthi and Deepavali. And we have told we'll start Atal Ahar Kendra in all the taluks, not just for urban poor, in all the
Dr.
taluks.
Upadhyay.
And we also want to increase the nutritional status of the BPL families.
His statement has got self-contradiction.
You know, Dr. Upadhyay,
there is no
I think what's very revealing is both the Congress and the BJP are obfuscating direct questions. Sir, I asked you a question about corruption. I asked you also a question about this sentiment in the BJP, and a lot of infighting that people say have forced people like Jagdish Shettar, Lakshman Saudi to leave the BJP.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Jagdish Shettar and Lakshman Saudi left the party in spite of... No. They did not leave the party just because, for the sake of the party. For their selfish need, they left the party. For more than 4 decades, Jagdish Shettar enjoyed being a chief minister, being an opposition leader, all posts in the party. And once when he was asked to leave the MLA seat to one of his workers who worked for 4 elections for him, Mahesh Tenginkai, who is the candidate, worked for 4 elections to Jagdish Shettar, because BJP is not like stagnant water. Okay. It wants new leadership to come into force. That's why
you're building the new BJP that is less and less dependent on the Lingayat vote. I think that is clear, and that's an admission from you, Dr. Upadhyay. And with the permission of both of you, I also want to say good evening to Pratap Kanagal, the spokesperson of the JDS, who's just joined us. Dr. Upadhyay, I'm going to come back to you. And there's another question that will be asked of the BJP, that when you give something, it's empowerment. But when the opposition does something, you will call this revdi. So, I think that's also a debate that is not settled. Tomorrow is where the Congress will put out its manifesto. But I think importantly, to see the reaction of the JDS to this entire UCC promise that the BJP has put in its manifesto. So, Pratap, we were waiting for you to join the debate. Now, in the last few minutes, we've seen a heated exchange between both the BJP and the Congress. The BJP says we are for UCC, we have a game plan, we'll be on it. The Congress says no. The BJP is just milking the fact that they want to introduce the UCC because the BJP does not want to do it. It's only milking the situation. Where does the JDS stand on this entire debate?
BJP does nothing. They just create confusion. They want to deviate. See, first of all, BJP has failed in every front. They miserably failed every front. They don't have any face in the state to show. They don't have any, development work to
Why
show
do you
to the
say
people.
this?
Because they have failed. That's why. They have failed. That's why I'm saying that.
What makes you say that, Pratap? Pratap, I think the very fact that the JDS today is sitting and saying that BJP has failed on every aspect of governance and development is a telling statement. But, Pratap, we'll ask you this. We'll ask you this on the 13th. What happens is that, in the run-up to elections, you will see a lot of comments being made by all political parties. Will you tell me that in the light of this observation that you have put out, you rule out any post-polls alliance with the BJP? Are you saying that?
No, we are targeting, we are aiming to have our own, if at all possible, we will form our own government. Otherwise, we will ask Congress and BJP to form the government. Otherwise, just like last time, some MLAs will go with Congress and they will form the government. So we don't want that. BJP and Congress, they can form the government. We will wait. We'll wait and, we'll sit as an opposition.
Who does the JDS prefer? Pratap, I'm just digressing from the debate, but I think it's an important question. Who do you prefer more, the BJP or the Congress? Who's the lesser evil?
No, both are equal. Both are the two faces of the same coin. And both are equal. Controlled. Both are equal. Both are controlled by Delhi. That's all. Nothing else. We don't see much of difference. One is BJP and Congress are both national parties, and they have controlled by Delhi and Nagpur or whatever. But it's both the same for us, And as far as that's why I said we will this time if we get an opportunity.
But HDK not very long ago had said that I have offers both from the BJP and the Congress. Amrit Shenoy, you can have a good laugh and perhaps have a sigh of relief that Pratap today is saying that both the Congress and the BJP are the same. Much like Akhilesh Yadav had once said that I want to remain equidistant from the BJP and the Congress. But Pratap, we all know that this is politics. The JDS is fighting for its survival. Isn't that true this time? You not just want to be the kingmaker, you want to be the king.
I'm so sorry, but not just JDS. All three parties in the state are fighting for the survival.
No, we are not fighting for survival.
Everyone is fighting for survival.
BJP says we are not fighting for our survival. The JDS is.
Well, they can say that. They can say that. Everyone is
absolute majority. We are not fighting for survival. What JDS is fighting for survival is right. But you cannot tell the same thing about us and other parties.
Dear sir, whatever you may do, you cannot take out JDS out of the people of Karnataka. We will form. It's a JDS is just 20-year-old party. BJP took 40 years to form a government. BJP on their own, and we are just a 20-year-old party. We will form. Okay.
You are not crossed 48 seats even once.
Huh?
What is your maximum number of seats which you have got? You may be 20 years.
He's asking what have been the maximum number of seats won by the JDS.
58.
The BJP is asking the JDS what are the maximum number of seats you have won.
We have got 110
and Amrit Shenoy is having a good laugh.
We have got 104
because the Congress is sitting and watching this entire thing play out in public domain.
No, we had 158 seats.
Actually,
yes.
But Amrit, you are releasing your manifesto tomorrow. Amrit, the Congress is releasing its manifesto tomorrow. Can you tell me what are the core issues that you will speak of? You have spoken about 200 units of free electricity. The BJP says that is freebie. Why don't you empower the people like the BJP does? Amrit.
No, I am confused. Who is spokesperson of BJP? You are Mr.
Exactly.
One more fellow is here. Actually, BJP is limited to only promises. BJP keep on promising people and luring with their good promises. But ask him that state here few promises BJP which have fulfilled. So I can tell you that Kshira Bhagya, Anna Bhagya, and so many promises made by Siddaramaiah ji, I mean Congress party last time. Immediately after coming to the power, Siddaramaiah ji has fulfilled, and Siddaramaiah's government was very, very stable.
Then why did you lose the election?
Why did the Congress then lose? You know,
If you had
Amrit,
fulfilled the
people
promise,
will
why
ask
did you
this
lose
that
the
if the
election in
Congress believes that
2018?
everything is so good and the BJP only makes promises, it doesn't deliver.
everything is
You
hunky
do
dory,
not
you should
see
have
that
won, no?
reflected in the elections. You know, state after state, you see the BJP retaining
but
states,
BJP also didn't
turning
get
anti-incumbency into pro-incumbency. Isn't that what the Congress is worried about?
No, BJP went on doing propaganda and fake, propaganda about Siddaramaiah ji and all Congress people. Somehow, Congress failed to convince people that BJP is speaking lies. But this time, after BJP had power, Bommai, and before that Yediyurappa ji, we had gone through the COVID. And all BJP is like a street fighting people.
In spite of
all
COVID,
leaders
in
are
spite of
accusing
the
each
war,
other.
our governance had been so efficient.
Yatnal's statement.
Interesting. In
Mr.
spite of that
Yatnal.
fact, you know, you have to literally resort to gali politics. Amrit, many would say that if there is so much to talk about development, about what you want to offer to people, why resort to galis? Why resort to name calling? But that's got to be the other debate that we'll put our focus on the other side of this very quick break, only for want of time. But in the run up to the next many days, we are building up to the big Karnataka elections. I thank all of you gentlemen for your time and your insight, but don't go anywhere. On the other side, we keep our focus on who has the edge in the state of Karnataka and why are we looking at gali politics literally ruling the roost right now when it comes to the Congress.
$13,000 placements last year. At Amity, we are committed to nurturing passionate, hardworking and proactive professionals.
जो पुरानी सोच और अप्रोच वाले लोग थे वो कह रहे थे कि मेड इन इंडिया वैक्सीन की जरूरत क्या है, दूसरे देश बना ही रहे हैं, वो एक ना एक दिन हमें भी वैक्सीन दे ही देंगे। लेकिन संकट की घड़ी में भारत ने आत्मनिर्भरता का रास्ता चुना और परिणाम हमारे सामने है। बहुत बड़ा पॉलिटिकल कैपिटल मैंने रिस्क पे लगाया था दोस्तों, सिर्फ और सिर्फ मेरे देश के लिए। आपने कुछ समय पहले आईएमएफ का एक रिपोर्ट आया जो है, एक वर्किंग पेपर, शायद आपने जरूर देखा। ये रिपोर्ट बताती है कि ऐसी योजनाओं के कारण महामारी के बावजूद भारत में एक्सट्रीम पॉवर्टी खत्म होने की कगार पर है और यही तो ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन है। फाइव जी का रोल आउट हुआ है, हम दुनिया में सबसे तेज गति से आगे बढ़े हैं। 5G को लेकर भारत ने जो तेजी दिखाई है, जिस तरह अपनी खुद की टेक्नोलॉजी विकसित की है, उसकी पूरी दुनिया में चर्चा हो रही है। ट्वेंटी 2014 से पहले मनरेगा को लेकर कितनी शिकायतें रहती थी। कई जगहों पर तो एक दिन के काम के बदले 30 दिन तक की हाजिरी दिखाई जा रही है, यानी पैसा कोई और हजम कर रहा था। इसमें किसका नुकसान हो रहा था? गरीब का, मजदूर का। हमने मनरेगा का बजट बढ़ाया, अब करीब 90% से अधिक मनरेगा मजदूरों के आधार कार्ड लिंक हो चुके हैं। इससे जॉब कार्ड में फर्जीवाड़ा कम हुआ है। मनरेगा में फर्जीवाड़ा रुकने की वजह से 40,000 करोड़ रुपए गलत हाथों में जाने से बचे हैं। ये भ्रष्टाचारियों का कितना भी बड़ा गठजोड़ क्यों बना ले, सारे भ्रष्टाचारी एक ही मंच पे आ जाए, सारे परिवारवादी एक ही जगह पे आ जाए, लेकिन मोदी अपने रास्ते से लौटने वाला नहीं। भ्रष्टाचार और परिवारवाद के खिलाफ मेरी लड़ाई जारी रहेगी दोस्तों। और मैं देश को इन चीजों से मुक्त कराने के लिए प्रण लेकर के निकला हुआ इंसान हूँ। मुझे आपके आशीर्वाद चाहिए। जब हर एक भारतीय की शक्ति लगेगी, हर एक भारतीय का परिश्रम लगेगा, विकसित भारत का सपना भी हम जल्द से जल्द पूरा कर पाएंगे। मुझे विश्वास है कि इसी भावना को रिपब्लिक नेटवर्क भी निरंतर सशक्त करता रहेगा। और अब तो अर्नब ने बता भी दिया है, वो ग्लोबली जा रहे हैं। भारत की आवाज को एक नई ताकत मिलेगी। मेरी उनको भी बहुत शुभकामना है। 2016 में जब मैं देशवासियों से कहता था आपकी उंगली पर आपकी बैंक होगी, तो ये लोग मेरा मजाक उड़ाते थे। मोदी जी बताइए, गरीब आलू टमाटर डिजिटली कैसे खरीदेगा? आज आप देखिए, आपकी फिल्म सिटी में भी चाय की दुकान से लेकर लिट्टी चोखे के ठेले तक डिजिटल पेमेंट हो रहा है या नहीं? इतना बड़ा काम ऐसे ही नहीं हुआ है दोस्तों। इसके लिए पहले आधार को संवैधानिक दर्जा दिया गया। 45 करोड़ से अधिक जनधन बैंक खाते मिशन मोड पर खोले गए। अभी तक 28 लाख करोड़ रुपए डीबीटी से करोड़ों लाभार्थियों तक पहुंचाए गए। डायरेक्ट बेनिफिट ट्रांसफर, कोई बिचौलिया नहीं, कोई कट की कंपनी नहीं, कोई काली कमाई करने वाले लोग नहीं। और डीबीटी का सीधा सीधा मतलब है, डीबीटी यानी कमीशन बंद, लीकेज बंद। इस एक व्यवस्था से ही दर्जनों योजनाओं कार्यक्रमों में ट्रांसपेरेंसी आ गई। देश की कई प्रतिभाओं ने तब काम का माहौल ना देखकर देश छोड़ने तक का फैसला कर लिया। ये सब उन्हीं सरकारी नीतियों का थर्ड ऑर्डर इम्पैक्ट था। उन नीतियों के इम्पैक्ट ने देश के इनोवेशन, हार्डवर्क और एंटरप्राइज की क्षमता को कुचल दिया। हमने सत्ता के माइंडसेट को भी बदला है। हम सेवा का माइंडसेट लेकर आए हैं। हमने गरीब कल्याण को अपना माध्यम बनाया।
Political fight over the Kerala story. Film on ISIS brides triggers Faceoff. Challenge versus counter challenge on Kerala story, debating tonight at 9 p.m. Trending burning question, powered by O General and American Tourister.
Hello and welcome. You're watching the Trending Burning Question with me, Shavins. And ladies and gentlemen, it's the fight for the high-stake polls in the state of Karnataka. On the one hand, the BJP is leaving no stone unturned. You have the Prime Minister holding mega road shows, and also the union ministers from the Home Minister to BJP State President, all are campaigning in for the party. The Bharatiya Janata Party appears to be on full throttle. Now, what has essentially happened on the other hand is that the Vadra Congress, who have doubled down on abuse politics. But the question is, will the abuse politics essentially backfire? Today we are talking about positivity, we are talking about development. These are issues that should have been spoken about. But what is essentially happening right now in the run-up to the elections is that abuse politics seems to be now taking the center stage. It is almost like the Vadra Congress is now giving it all the way to the BJP on a silver platter. This entire abuse politics has only backfired for the Congress party in the past. So why make that same mistake? Why not just simply focus on what perhaps are the shortcomings of the present government in Karnataka? Why exactly abuse an elected Prime Minister? Take a look at this report and then we debate.
4 days after Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge crossed the line in his attack on the Prime Minister.
ಕೆಟ್ಟೋಗ್ತದೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೇನು ದೊಡ್ಡದು ಇದು ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ ಹಂಗೆ ನೀವು ಒಬ್ಬನೇ ಸಾಕು ದೇಶ ಹಾಳು ಮಾಡಕ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಈ ತತ್ವದಿಂದ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಐಡಿಯಾಲಜಿ ಏನಿದೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ವಿಚಾರಧಾರೆ ಏನಿದೆ ಅದು ಬಹಳ ಕೆಟ್ಟಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಅದು ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ಹಾಳು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಮತ್ತು ನೀವೇನಾದರೂ ತಪ್ಪು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರಿ ಮೋದಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಈ ವಿಷದ ಹಾವಿದ್ದಂಗೆ. ನೀವಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ವಿಷಯ ಅದ ಇಲ್ಲ ನೋಡೋಣ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನೆಕ್ ನೋಡೋಣ ನೆಕ್ಕಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಿರಿ ನೆಕ್ಕರು ಸತ್ತ.
His son and Congress leader Priyank Kharge has used the word nalayak beta.
आप सब लोग डरिए मत, बंजारा का एक बेटा दिल्ली में बैठा है अंता. ऐसा नालायक बेटा तो कैसा होता भाई, घर कैसे चलेगा? हाँ.
The abuse and insult spree is not a surprise, considering the top leaders of the party seem to have given a go-ahead.
देखा है बहनों और भाइयों, पहला देखा है जो आपके सामने आकर रोता है कि मुझे गाली लग रही है, मुझे गाली दे रहे हैं. आपके दुख सुनने के बजाय अपना दुखड़ा आपको सुनाते हैं. अगर मेरे परिवार को जो गालियां दी हैं इन लोगों ने, हम लिस्ट बनाना शुरू करें तो हम किताब पे किताब छपवा लेंगे.
Yet to tender any apology, Kharge is defending his son.
No, that is very wrong. He never said don't put these things in his mouth. He attacked the parliament member who abused him. So don't put in his mouth these words for Modi.
The BJP has hit right back.
As far as Congress party is concerned, Congress party is undergoing a mental bankruptcy. They have become mentally bankrupt right from top to bottom and they are frustrated lot.
ये जो खरगे जी का बेटा है और खरगे जी है, लाइक फादर लाइक सन का है, और इतना नीच लेवल पे बात करना, ये उनका डेस्परेशन, जो हार रहे उनका डेस्परेशन है.
It is totally reckless. He is a reckless person, irresponsible, spoiled youth leader, just coming out of his father's legacy without having his own reputation.
But this is not the first time.
नीच किस्म के आदमी मुख्य वड़ा प्रधान नरेंद्र मोदी, मैं इस बात की पुष्टि नहीं करता हूँ, लेकिन आज यहाँ पे चुनाव चल रहा है. मुझे आप सब लोगों से जानना है कि क्या भूतकाल में कभी भी किसी भी वड़ा प्रधान ने ऐसा नौटंकी किया है?
ऐसा नीच सोच और बातें उन्हें और देश की राजनीति को शोभा नहीं देती.
Abuse politics has always backfired. On the campaign trail, the Prime Minister hit the nail on the head, shifting the focus from politics of hate to development.
अरे कांग्रेस ने ये गालियों की डिक्शनरी में टाइम खराब करने के बजाय अगर इतनी मेहनत उन्होंने गुड गवर्नेंस के लिए की होती, कांग्रेस कार्यकर्ताओं का उत्साह बढ़ाने के लिए किया होता, तो आज कांग्रेस की ऐसी दुर्दशा न होती, ऐसी दयनीय स्थिति नहीं आती.
Has the Vadra Congress learnt nothing from elections in the past? Bureau Report, Republic TV.
The question that we are asking on the trending burning question is, hasn't the Vadra Congress really learned from the mistakes that they've made in the past? At a time when there was a growing momentum for the Vadra Congress in the state of Karnataka, it appears that they're only losing out because they believe that their campaign should be seen as the negative campaign. Joining me on the burning question tonight, Dr. Sumansi Raban, T.R. Prasad Gaura of the JDS, Deshratan Nigam and Dr. Upadhyay of the BJP. Opening up the debate is Dr. Sumansi Raman and Dr. Upadhyay from the BJP. Sumansi Raman, let's be very clear. There was a momentum, at least that's the feeling that everyone had in the state of Karnataka, that perhaps the Vadra Congress was surging ahead. Now it turns out that this entire Gali politics is only taking away the entire discourse when it should have essentially been between what the BJP government has done in the state or what they haven't. And that perhaps would have put the Congress party in a good state. But it seems that they cannot do away with this Gali politics.
Shaman, first of all, I'm not sure because I don't know that I don't know of any party called Vadra Congress. They are not in the fray in Karnataka. So there's no way that this debate is even relevant. There is a party called the Indian National
You've tried
Congress.
that many a time,
in the fray in Karnataka.
No, but I would just like to remind you, Sumansi Raman, you've tried this in the past. I don't want to interrupt you. I have no intentions of interrupting you. Sumansi Raman, I have no intentions of interrupting you. But you've tried that in the past. Let me just tell you once again, if you actually go ahead and see what...
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I would like to remind you, Priyanka Gandhi Vadra and the Vadra Congress, as we've always pointed out.
Look. Whatever you may say.
Well, let's not keep the debate there. Let's take it forward. I'm talking about what's really happening in the state of Karnataka.
It is now an inevitability that the BJP is losing Karnataka. Now they have
what was Indira Congress then?
Used the trump card of the Prime Minister to go almost short of going door to door. He is the single, number one campaigner for the party. He is spending all his time in Karnataka to try and at least salvage something for the party. I don't think it is going to help simply because, not because the Prime Minister is not charismatic, but because his local leaders
the Prime Minister is also a member of the Bharatiya Janata Party.
Prime Minister is a member, sir.
Sumansi Raman, I don't see why that should be a problem.
He is not going to be the Chief Minister of Karnataka. Is he going to be Chief Minister of Karnataka if BJP wins the election? He is not.
Is Priyanka Gandhi Vadra going to be the Chief Minister of Karnataka? When she is campaigning, you don't have a problem.
Siddaramaiah is there. DK Shivkumar is there. Both are senior leaders. You won't even want to mention Mr. Basavaraj Bommai's name. When you campaign, is Yadurappa going to be Chief Minister? Mr.
I'm asking a specific question. Okay, Sumansi Raman, right at the start of the debate, one minute. Sumansi Raman, 1 minute. Dr. Upadhyay, just hold on. Let's not deviate. Sumansi Raman, we'll get into the specifics of this election. Allow me 1 minute. Sumansi Raman, let's not do this. Let's not do it because this is a very short debate. I would like to keep it a little more specific. Yes, you can argue on various points, but let's take one by one. Let's begin with the argument of Gali politics, because I think so we've gone past the days when this entire electoral discourse would be about name calling. Today, the people of any state are essentially looking at what the government can do for you. And that's all that matters in today's time. We've gone past those days. That era is gone. So why basically go back to this entire politics? Chaiwala politics, you called it first. Now you're realizing that you called the Prime Minister a poisonous snake, Nalayak beta. How does that help?
Who called Sonia Gandhi ji Vish Kanya? Who called? Ask the BJP spokesperson on the show. Who called Sonia Gandhi earlier?
Sumansi Raman, don't get me wrong. I'm not limiting. 1 minute. Okay, you want the BJP to respond? Let me take it. Okay.
Yes.
I agree. At no point in time, I said that Gali politics is only reserved for the Congress party. That's not what I was saying. Sumansi Raman, please don't get me wrong. I'll take this question if you want. Let's take this first to the BJP also. Dr. Upadhyay, it seems that you are basically running away from very stinging allegations that have been leveled against your party. The 40% Sarkara, the allegations that have been leveled by Rupsha, the allegations that have been leveled by the Karnataka Contractors Association. You don't want to talk about it because it is convenient. It is convenient if you basically go on focusing about what Mallikarjun Kharge has to say, what Priyank Kharge has to say. Because the point here is that it seems that you are nervous to answer any questions when it comes to real issues. And the issue essentially being that today your government faces serious questions as far as dealing with corruption.
Absolutely not. Before that, I would like to tell the Congress spokesperson Sumant Raman that I am in Bangalore on 30th of May.
He's not the Congress spokesperson.
The election.
No, don't get him wrong. Sumant Raman is not the Congress spokesperson, so let's not put it this way.
The way he's speaking is
let's
like
not put it. Sumant Raman is not the Congress spokesperson. Yes, of course, he perhaps leans toward it. That would be the right way of putting it.
Look at your own channel's polls.
I will tell you.
Look at your own channel's opinion polls, sir. Forget what I am saying.
Has been talking about 40% commission from the day 3 months. They don't have an iota of evidence against it. It was Siddaramaiah who dissolved the Lokayukta and got ACB to do adjustment politics. If they really had proof to prove about 40%, they should have gone to the court. They should have filed an FIR. They should have gone to the Lokayukta. Why
Dr. Upadhyay, okay, this is the position that you have always taken. What really happened when Rupsha, the Teachers Association, had put out that particular audio tape? What was the response?
All this has been given as evidence by the government itself. Not only that, a government MLA son, when he was taking bribe, was caught by our own government's Lokayukta. It was not some other government which is ruling. That itself tells that we have zero tolerance against corruption. At the same time, the Congress has pressed the panic button. They are desperate. They are in a desperate mode now.
Okay,
that's why
Dr. Upadhyay, I'll come back to you. I'm told that you will have to leave, so we'll have someone else.
From Sonia Gandhi in Gujarat, calling Mauki.
Okay, TR Prasad Gowda, let me take this.
Yes,
Aparajita from the BJP is going to join us on this debate. But TR Prasad Gowda, let me take this to you. First, let's talk about Gali politics, and then we'll certainly get into specifics. Dr. Sumant Raman, please be rest assured. I'm also going to focus because I believe almost everyone believes that when it comes to elections, you need to talk about development. At the end of the day, it is the people who really matter, not the political party. I'll take those questions also, but the fact of the matter is this. TR Prasad Gowda, it only reflects our mindset. When our political leaders are basically indulging in this kind of negative politics, then perhaps this entire discourse becomes extremely vicious. Would you then say that the Congress party, not an ally of yours, but would you then say that this entire name calling only lowers the level of politics in our country?
Yeah. See, we are independent party. We are not allied with anybody. We are facing elections independently. When it comes to Gali politics, Indian Constitution has provided liberty of speech. That doesn't mean that if anybody liberty of speech is that Constitution provided one can speak to his truth to any level. But that doesn't mean that one should abuse somebody on personal level. If Congress leaders want to abuse the government, let them abuse on developmental works. If the BJP Prime Minister doesn't perform properly, let them do work, speak about developmental activity, let them speak about administration. Instead of that, going on personal level and making the statements, and we are not for it. And at the same time, I'm not taking their side.
Okay.
I'm not taking their side, but I am at this hour, we are serious about BJP has done a lot of serious corruption. They are into 40% corruption. And the contractor, you raised the question very well at the hour. And till today, the government has not released 27,000 crores of money to the PWD contractors, and they are committing suicide. And the very good examples are there. Even such contractor wrote Ishwarappa's name and committed suicide. This way, this is the incident came out. But there are so many other contractors are struggling.
But I believe they've given a clean sheet.
Yeah, they have.
Okay, let me get it. Let me get it. Deshrata Nigam. There is no dearth. There are no dearth of issues when it comes to Karnataka today. Especially for those who have been in Bengaluru, they would understand how the infrastructure to a greater extent has collapsed. When it comes to rural areas, there are projects that have got delayed. Now, these are very well issues that the Congress party could have taken up. They say that they are doing it, but the fact of the matter is that they are basically giving this entire election on a platter to the Bharatiya Janata Party when they basically get into this entire gali politics. It has never worked. People of this country has rejected this entire gali politics and they have already seen the debacle in the past.
Yes, Shravan, in fact, when I hear Priyanka Gandhi saying that the Prime Minister should not cry foul about being abused and he should take it in stride, which clearly means that the Congress will continue to abuse and they will not regret or repent whatever they are doing. So it is a signal to the lower leadership also. When the president of a political party abuses the Prime Minister, then his sons join the line, then you can imagine the lower level politicians who would try to, abuse the Prime Minister. So there is a clear signal and a license already given by Priyanka Gandhi and Khargeji to continue abusing. And secondly, whenever the Prime Minister goes, you will see either he's laying down the foundation of the projects or inaugurating projects, whether it is Vande Bharat train or the highways in the Karnataka. So that's what development politics is all about. It's not merely by speaking or words, but by conduct, and that the people are seeing. The 40% charges that have been there, believe me, if the Congress had any evidence or an iota of sabut, as I call it for the language of the court, they would have already gone to the court. They would not have sat, No party will sit if they have evidence. So believe me, it's all rhetoric. And it has been dealt with. And even in Karnataka, the person got arrested by Lokayukt of Karnataka only. So if the state governments do their job, the ED and CBI will not even come into the picture. That is the whole issue. So ultimately, this
Let me just have a quick word with Aparajita Sarangi of the BJP and Subhash Rabat also. A quick 20-second to each. Aparajita Sarangi, I'm really sorry because we do not have enough time and you've come in pretty late. But I want a quick comment from you. One, in terms of the fact that admitted that it is always easy for you when the Congress basically indulges in gali politics. It's almost like telling them that we don't now need to speak anything about issues. You will not want to answer a single question when it comes to the corruption allegations that are faced by your ministers of your government. You don't want, because you're happy if the Congress tells you that keep abusing us because that's where we are going to win the elections. Admit it. Aparajita, that question was for you.
What was the answer to the corruption allegations that are faced by your ministers of your government? If the Congress tells you that keep
I think she's not able to hear.
We'll try and reconnect with us. There seems to be some problem with the audio line. We'll try and reconnect if we can before the show ends. But Subhash Raman, one quick word from you. Subhash Raman, let's be very clear. For anyone, even if you are supporting the Congress party, please be honest. You, as someone who hasn't been associated with any political party, please tell me, wouldn't you find it much better if the political party in question that I'm talking about, you like to call it Congress party, we like to call it the Vadra Congress, had they only focused on issues that are plaguing people of Karnataka, don't you think they would have been able to corner the BJP much better?
Against Prime Minister.
And today his sons is
Ms. Sarangi, I'll give you the opportunity, but I just want a quick word because I had already taken that question. I had already taken that question to Suman Siraman. Suman Siraman, a quick response from you, and then I'll go across. Then I'll go across to Aparajita.
Okay, look, the point is both sides are having a go at each other. I don't believe that this is going to have an impact on the elections. The elections are going to be decided based on the 4 years of performance of the BJP government over the last few years. That does not seem to be great. This 40% Sarkara image seems to have stuck. The PCM campaign seems to have worked. And I think that it's uphill task for the BJP. By the way, they've never won a majority in Karnataka, even earlier. So majorities have by and large either in the form they've ruled through coalitions or they've ruled by managing majorities. So, or manufacturing majorities, not electorally winning.
That's a long time.
No, it's
a long time back that the Congress was in majority.
Karnataka has never re-elected an incumbent.
The Congress party also enjoyed that majority a long time back. It's the coalition politics, but BJP is hoping that they're going to come in full majority. So does the Vadra Congress. But Ms. Sarage, the question that I was asking you would be far more happier if the Congress party keeps abusing you and your political leaders, because that is the only thing that makes you far more comfortable. But the allegation here is that you do not want to answer a single question when it comes to issues like corruption, because you had your leaders who are essentially now going around and saying that if you want a corruption-free state, then you need to vote for the BJP. But the fact of the matter is that you yourself are still facing corruption charges.
Now, let me be very candid on certain issues. Number one, we go to the people with our report card. Which political party in the country at this juncture goes to the electorate with the report card? In fact, all our leaders have been talking about the kind of developmental works that we have done in the last 5 years under Mr. Bomai. This is one. And number two, as far as the corruption charges are concerned, see, the complainants have to back their complaint with sufficient evidence. Now, just saying that there is 40% corruption because somebody has said doesn't make any sense. There has to be documentary evidence. There has to be papers. So I think without papers, without documentary evidence, without proof, you just can't say that there is corruption. The people of Karnataka know what BJP has been doing, and the graph of BJP has been going up, as all of us know. In 2013, Congress was 122. It came down to 80 in 2018. And we, BJP, went from 40 seats, 20% vote share, to 104 seats,
Ms. Sarage, I'm sorry.
36% vote share. And we are very confident that we are going to actually form a government on our own. We will be doing very well, because I think the people of Karnataka understand the samvad and the bhasha of Honorable Prime Minister and other senior leaders.
Okay, Ms. Sarage, thank you very much. I'm really sorry, gentlemen, we do not have enough time on this edition, but thank you very much for putting this into perspective. The next few days, it's going to be campaigning from both sides. You've had the top leaders of the Bharatiya Janata Party already campaigning there. The Vadra Congress also now taking a full shot at the BJP in the state of Karnataka. Thank you very much for joining us on the Trending Burning Question. On the other side, the big debate with Editor-in-Chief Arnab Goswami.
$13,000 placements last year. At Amity, we are committed to nurturing passionate, hardworking and proactive professionals.
इतना बड़ा काम ऐसे नहीं हुआ है दोस्तों। इसके लिए पहले आधार को संवैधानिक दर्जा दिया गया। 45 करोड़ से अधिक जनधन बैंक खाते मिशन मोड पर खोले गए। अभी तक 28 लाख करोड़ रुपए डीबीटी से करोड़ों लाभार्थियों तक पहुंचाए गए। डायरेक्ट बेनिफिट ट्रांसफर, कोई बिचौलिया नहीं, कोई कट की कंपनी नहीं, कोई काली कमाई करने वाले लोग नहीं। और डीबीटी का सीधा सीधा मतलब है डीबीटी यानी कमीशन बंद, लीकेज बंद। इस एक व्यवस्था से ही दर्जनों योजनाओं कार्यक्रमों में ट्रांसपेरेंसी आ गई। देश की कई प्रतिभाओं ने तब काम का माहौल ना देखकर देश छोड़ने तक का फैसला कर लिया। ये सब उन्हीं सरकारी नीतियों का थर्ड ऑर्डर इम्पैक्ट था। उन नीतियों के इम्पैक्ट ने देश के इनोवेशन, हार्डवर्क और एंटरप्राइज की क्षमता को कुचल दिया। हमने सत्ता के माइंडसेट को भी बदला है। हम सेवा का माइंडसेट लेकर आए हैं। हमने गरीब कल्याण को अपना माध्यम बनाया है। हमने तुष्टीकरण नहीं, संतुष्टीकरण को अपना आधार बनाया है। इस अप्रोच ने देश के गरीब और मध्यम वर्ग के लिए सुरक्षा का कवच का निर्माण कर दिया है। कुछ लोगों को मोदी से इतनी परेशानी क्यों है, और आज इसकी वजह मैं भी रिपब्लिक टीवी के दर्शकों को बताना चाहता हूँ। ये जो नाराजगी दिख रही है ना, ये जो बवाल हो रहा है, वो इसलिए है क्योंकि कुछ लोगों की काली कमाई के रास्ते मोदी ने हमेशा हमेशा के लिए बंद कर दिए। जो पुरानी सोच और अप्रोच वाले लोग थे, वो कह रहे थे कि मेड इन इंडिया वैक्सीन की जरूरत क्या है, दूसरे देश बना ही रहे हैं, वो एक ना एक दिन हमें भी वैक्सीन दे ही देंगे। लेकिन संकट की घड़ी में भारत ने आत्मनिर्भरता का रास्ता चुना और परिणाम हमारे सामने है। बहुत बड़ा पॉलिटिकल कैपिटल मैंने रिस्क पे लगाया था दोस्तों, सिर्फ और सिर्फ मेरे देश के लिए। आपने कुछ समय पहले IMF का एक रिपोर्ट आया जो है, एक वर्किंग पेपर, शायद आपने जरूर देखा। ये रिपोर्ट बताती है कि ऐसी योजनाओं के कारण महामारी के बावजूद भारत में एक्सट्रीम पॉवर्टी खत्म होने की कगार पर है, और यही तो ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन है। फाइव जी का रोल आउट हुआ है। हम दुनिया में सबसे तेज गति से आगे बढ़े हैं। 5G को लेकर भारत ने जो तेजी दिखाई है, जिस तरह अपनी खुद की टेक्नोलॉजी विकसित की है।
What are the thresholds of transformation? What must be continually transformed as an individual, as a society, as a country to stay relevant? We are talking about civilizational reawakening. What does transformation mean?
Look, change is an order of the world. Everything has to change. If anything doesn't change and if it gets stagnant, then you have to see that something is not right there. But change towards the better, we call transformation. So the baseline for transformation is physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual comfort.
Political fight over the Kerala story. Film on ISIS brides triggers Faceoff. Challenge versus counter challenge on Kerala story, debating tonight at 9 p.m.
2016 में जब मैं देशवासियों को कहता था आपकी उंगली पर आपकी बैंक होगी, तो ये लोग मेरा मजाक उड़ाते थे। मोदी जी बताइए, गरीब आलू टमाटर डिजिटली कैसे खरीदेगा? आज आप देखिए, आपकी फिल्म सिटी में भी चाय की दुकान से लेकर लिट्टी चोखे के ठेले तक